There are many people who are very hurt by this, who are looking for an opportunity to ask questions and make their views known. And I think the sooner we have answers to some of these unanswered questions, that will be better for everybody.
A call for answers from Mayor John Tory. I'm Adrian Gobriel. For months and in some cases years, associations and members of Toronto's LGBTQ community have been calling for an independent review into how police have handled multiple missing persons cases right here in this neighborhood. Well, there have now been some unsettling revelations about how the Bruce McArthur investigation may have been handled. And tonight, Mayor John Tory stepping to the plate, announcing that he is calling for an external independent review.
This case is a tragic case. There's a lot of people that have been hurt by it in many ways, including those, of course, who lost their lives. There are many unanswered questions, and I think that we have to provide answers to those questions, and it's why I have called for an external independent review of missing persons cases generally and how they're handled and how we can do better, but also of specific instances here where there are unanswered questions, and I hope that there will be a positive response to that request that we've made, that I will be making at the Police Services Board for that independent review.
All of this comes on the same date that the lead detective sergeant of the Bruce McArthur investigation, Hank Nsinga, revealed that he has filed a report with Toronto Police's Professional Standards Unit. The report has now triggered an internal review into previous police investigations into 5 missing men from the village. Nsinga says he came across, quote, concerning information. The executive director of the Alliance for South Asian AIDS Prevention met previously with Mayor Tory, calling for him to take today's step.
We put out that letter in January 28th, and from that we had meetings with the mayor, and the mayor was on board, and we engaged them in conversation.
Let's say the independent investigation does get the rubber stamp. What has to happen, in your opinion?
There definitely needs to be community engagement on that process in terms of creating the terms of reference and how that looks, and a community involvement through that process. And I'm hoping that the mayor and the Toronto Police Services are open to that, and our indications have been that they are, and especially if they've given us some voice and they're hearing what we're saying.
Time is of the essence here. Many of these studies happen years after the events, when people have resigned, retired, or moved on. We need action right now. So I would sacrifice a little transparency for a lot of expediency. This is low-hanging fruit. We can fix this in living memory. We can do this before we all grow old.
Mayor Tory says he'll be requesting the external review at the upcoming police board meeting on March 22nd.